everybody and welcome to the Royal Festival Hall here in London. My name is Patrick and I'm joined on stage by 6 musicians from the London Sinfonietta, and I'm going to introduce them to you now. We've got Philippa playing the violin, Sirius playing the flute, Jordan's on various clarinets, Tamaki's on her cello, Cleona's playing the really large piano, and Ollie is playing an array of percussion instruments. The London Sinfonietta loves playing new music, and it loves working with those people who create and imagine and dream up that music. Anyone who writes new music or creates anything new with sound is called a composer, and today's concert is all about composing. We're going to meet some composers, we're going to hear pieces that are receiving their first performances, including a piece that I want all of you to join in with. When a composer starts writing a new piece, one thing they can do is think about the sort of piece they want to compose. And our next composer has done exactly that. She is called Ayanna Witter-Johnson, and she has composed a march. Now, a march is a piece that has strong rhythms and feels really confident and purposeful. And Ayanna has written a really strong rhythm for the violin and cello to play. And then she explores lots of different sounds that the violin and cello can make. And because it's a march, she's added a drum, a side drum in this case. And then the final thing she's done is give it a brilliant name. It's called Let the Vibes Begin. I think we should make a strong rhythm of our own. I'm going to use 2 sounds, this sound and this sound. I'm going to put them together like this. You can join in if you like. And we'll stop just there. Now I'm going to add 2 more claps in to make that rhythm a little bit more interesting, like this. You want to join in? Do one more. Great. Now I'm going to add a 3rd sound, this sound. Now if you can't click your fingers, you can either mime or you can make another sound. I don't mind. And now my rhythm goes like this. Join in with me. We'll do one more. Great. Because the London Sinfonietta loves working with composers, we also really enjoy encouraging young people to learn about composing. And for that reason, we set up a series of composition challenges online. One of those challenges encourages you and shows you how to compose a postcard piece. A postcard piece is a piece of music written on the back of a postcard or a small piece of paper where the composer uses visual ideas to represent the sort of sound and feeling they want in their piece. They can use anything. You can use lines or dots, patterns, colours, words, even musical notes. We've been sent in a brilliant piece by a young composer called Lenny, who's a pupil at Alderwood Primary School in Greenwich, and here he is to introduce his piece.
Hello, my name is Lenny. I am age 8. I chose a postcard pieces challenge. My inspiration was autumn. I started here with a leaf blowing through in the wind, and then I had a couple notes here and there which have then blown up in the wind, getting louder in dynamics. And then we've got a couple notes here which are staying at the same pitch, and then we've got a bird song going high and low. Hope you enjoy it.
So let's hear the first ever performance of Lenny's piece Autumn. Now the first ever performance gets a special name. It's called the World Premiere. And to play the World Premiere is Sirius on the flute and Jordan on the clarinet. Thank you, Lenny, and congratulations on composing such a fantastic piece. Now, it's traditional for the composer to stand up and take a bow, and for everyone else to offer you a round of applause. So, Lenny, wherever you are, stand up, and we're all going to applaud you. Now, during that performance, you may have heard Sirius and Jordan making some unusual sounds on their instruments, and lots of the composers that we work with like making really unusual sounds. And a really good way of doing this is to find an object that's not a musical instrument, but makes an interesting sound. And the composer of our next piece has done exactly that, because she's written a piece for piano and flower pots. Yeah, flower pots. The composer, Nynthia Crutwell-Reid, has made up a set of flower pots of all different shapes and sizes, so they all make different musical notes, musical pitches. The largest pot makes the lowest sound, the lowest pitch, and the smallest pot makes the highest pitch. But not all of the pots are completely in tune with the piano, so sometimes we have to fine-tune the flower pot by pouring water in it. Listen to what happens to the sound of the flower pot as Ollie pours water into it. We're going to hear two little pieces called etudes, and in each piece Nynthia gets the flower pots to make quite different sounds. In the first, the flower pots on the piano play these spiky, bouncy rhythms in repeated patterns, musical loops, or sometimes we call them ostinato. And in the second one, she gets the flower pots on the piano to play more than one note at the same time. In music, we call this harmony. And she gets the flower pots to do that by encouraging the player to rapidly wobble the sticks between several pots, so we can hear more than one note at the same time. And because the speed of the music is slower and the dynamics or the volume of the music is quieter, we get a much calmer, more reflective feeling. So let's hear these two etudes for piano and flower pots by Nynthia Crutwell-Reid. I feel inspired by Nymphia using unusual sounds in her music. Let's add an unusual sound into our rhythm that we learnt earlier on. Going to add in an unusual vocal sound. Can you make this sound with me? Wicka wacka. Let's do that together. Ready? Here we go. Wicka wacka. When you make it, if you want to, you can do a groovy move as well. Ready? One more time. Wicka wacka. Another sound we can make is this sound. Ow. It's quite a short sound and it's always accompanied by a point. Ready? Ow! So let's put those two sounds into our rhythm. Here we go. Add. Wicka wacka. Ow! Wicka wacka. Ow! Earlier in our concert we heard that brilliant piece by Lenny from Alderwood Primary School, who'd taken part in our composition challenge around postcard pieces. Another of those challenges looks at how you can compose music using numbers and the patterns that numbers make. And Heathbrook School from Lambeth, or in fact Dove's class from Heathbrook School, have sent in a piece, and here they are to talk about it.
Hi, we're from Heathbrook Primary School in Clapham.
Our music teacher told us about the challenge and we took part in composition number 2 by using numbers and patterns.
We watched Spiegel and Spiegel and we were inspired to create our own piece of music.
We liked how this challenge was linked to maths and we enjoyed the idea of mirroring patterns and using negative numbers. It felt like we were creating a code.
On listening back, our piece of music reminds us of a bunny, seeing itself in a mirror for the first time, feeling curious and hopping around.
In a second we're going to see a video of Dove's class playing their melody on the xylophones, and from that melody we've created a short piece of music of our own which you'll hear following straight on. In the middle of that piece we've also used a little melody that was sent in by Hurdy-Gurdy class of Holy Trinity School in Haringey. So thank you to our composers from Dove's class in Heathbrook School and from Hurdy-Gurdy class in Holy Trinity School, and I think you should stand up and we should give you another round of applause. Now, in every piece we've played so far today, the musicians of the London Sinfonietta have been working really hard to play together, and they do that by feeling the pulse of the music at the same speed and by listening really carefully to each other. But our next composer, a composer called Jack Sheen, actually asks them to do completely the opposite, and to not listen to each other, and to not play at the same speed, and to not synchronise their parts. He writes a series of musical loops, 6 in total. Let's hear one of them played by the clarinet. each musician has all 6 loops printed on their music. You can see them now. But instead of all starting from the beginning, Jack says they can start wherever they like. So Jordan on the clarinet is going to start with the first line, line A. But Tamaki actually is going to start with the last one, line F. The only thing they have to listen out for is Ollie, who starts the piece by playing the triangle and ends the piece by playing the triangle for a second time. The next 2 pieces we're going to hear in this concert are both world premieres, pieces of music receiving their first ever performance. And the second of these is the piece we've been practicing together and we're all going to take part in. It's composed by Zoe Martlew. Let's practice a bit more of it now. Let's start with the bit we already know. Do you remember how it goes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wicka wacka. Ow! Great. For the next part of our piece, we're going to do a different sort of composition called call and response. I'm going to call and you're going to respond by echoing back to me. And it goes like this. When I'm feeling wicka wacka ow. When I'm feeling When it's going woo woo. Yucky 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 yuck. When I'm feeling wicka wacka ow. When I'm feeling When it's going woo woo. We know what to do. And this sign means we're all going to stop and you don't have to respond that last line. Great. We'll learn a little bit more of Zoe's piece after our next piece. But when we go back to stage, you're going to notice that our ensemble has grown from 6 musicians to 38. And to tell us a little bit more about why that is and the music they're playing, I'm going to introduce my special guest, Lucy Armstrong, who's a composer and a conductor. Lucy, let's start by asking you, what's the music we're about to hear?
Hello, so this brand new piece started its life when I visited 3 secondary schools, AIM North London, Walthamstow Academy and Hartfield High. And I did creative music making and composition workshops, so we made musical ideas together. And we took as inspiration a painting by Gerhard Richter, who's a German painter, and it's amazing, really colourful painting. And we looked at this painting and we were inspired and came up with musical ideas. So every single musical idea you hear in this piece was written by one of those secondary school students.
That sounds great, Lucy. And can you tell us a little bit about the young ensemble?
So, on Sunday, a big ensemble of young players from Haringey, Waltham Forest and Enfield all met for the first time. And we played through 2 brand new pieces. The first one, Patterns and Mirrors, which we're about to hear. And we had an amazing, fun day playing this brand new music together.
It all sounds fantastic. Let's hear the world premiere of Patterns and Mirrors. What an amazing piece. Thank you, Lucy, and thank you to the young composers from AIM North London, Heartlands High and Walthamstow Academy. Congratulations, what a fantastic piece. Now from that world premiere, we're going to go to our next world premiere, Zoe Martlow's piece that involves the young ensemble, the musicians from the London Sinfonietta, me and all of you. Now we've already learnt 2 parts of our music, haven't we? We've learnt our rhythm and we've learnt our call and response. And the third part we have to learn is some singing. The words are really easy, but they're going to come up on the screen. So the first part of the singing, and you can divide your class into 2 if you like, or you can choose to be part 1 or part 2. But here's the first part. It goes like this. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, time to launch some love. Again. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, time to launch some love. And you keep doing that 6 times during the piece. Part 2, you wait. You're going to listen to part 1 singing their chorus twice, and then you're going to join in, if you want to, with this line here. It goes, launch a love bomb, light some love. Launch a love bomb, light some love. Again, launch a love bomb, light some love. Launch a love bomb, light some love. And you're going to do that one 4 times. And when we finish that singing, the music's suddenly going to go really faster. And we're going to do some really good, vigorous finger clicking. You can do them like this, or you can do them in different places. To the side, up and down, wonky, any way you like. So do some finger clicking with me, and then right at the end, there's one more bit of call and response, much faster than the first one. It goes like this. Wicka wacka, wicka wacka, wicka wacka, wicka wacka, ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow! And that's the whole piece. Right, are you ready to perform the world premiere of Zoe Martlow's brand new piece, which is called, obviously, Wicka Wacka Ow! Wicka wacka! Wicka wacka! Wicka wacka! Wicka wacka! When I'm feeling wicka wacka how?
When I'm feeling wicka wacka out.
When I'm feeling yeah.
When I'm feeling
When it's going woo woo.
when it's going woo woo.
Yuck 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 yuck.
Yuck 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 yuck. Again.
When I'm feeling wicka wacka how?
When I'm feeling wicka wacka out.
When I'm feeling yeah.
When
it's going woo woo,
When it's going woo woo.
we know what to do.
Off key. 1.
Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, time to launch some love. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, time to launch some love. Launch a love bomb, light 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 some love. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, yeah. Launch a love bomb, launch a love bomb, time to launch some love.
Stop right there. It's the final bit.
Wicka wacka, wicka wacka, wicka wacka, wicka wacka, ow, 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 ow. Well done, everyone. I hope you enjoyed taking part in that. You've now all been part of a world premiere at the Royal Festival Hall, one of the most prestigious music venues in the whole world. Thank you, Lucy Armstrong, and thank you to all our young musicians from Enfield and Haringey and Waltham Forest who are part of our young ensemble. The final piece in today's concert then is by an American composer called Daniel Bernard Romain, and it's called Fast Black Dance Machine. Let's hear it now. really hope you've enjoyed watching today's concert, and I also really hope that you all go away and do some composing and become composers either in school or at your home. From all of us here at the Royal Festival Hall, all the musicians of the London Sinfonietta, I'm going to say goodbye.